In this episode, we would be talking about easy and correct ways to discipline your child. The meaning of discipline is to follow rules and control one's impulses in order to get a desired behavior. It's also important to understand what discipline is not, because some parents want their children to sit at one place and do nothing. Like when kids are small, they want to experience the world. So they would switch on and off lights or buttons, or they would open drawers because they want to explore the world. They can't learn all those skills by sitting in front of a computer or a phone. So we need to set them free to experience all that, but we should be mindful that they don't harm themselves. In this video, we would also learn how you can teach your kids to take care of the mess that they create at home. So let's start. So in the last episode, we learned that there are two kinds of parenting that discipline their kids. The first is authoritarian. It uses punishment to discipline and often employs shame or force. So if you hit your child on mistakes, they will do the same when they feel someone else has done that or made mistake. This is the reason you would see that kids often get into fights, and this situation becomes very embarrassing for parents. See, if fear is the only reason why your child would follow your instructions, then it would make his life a living hell on this earth. Just consider this example. Let's say you're working in an office and you're only doing your job so that your boss don't fire you tomorrow, then your life would become miserable. But if you work hard because you want to do that and you understand the importance of your job, then your job would be fun and enjoyable. That's the reason we should not use fear for disciplining our kids. We should focus on behavior shaping to discipline our kids. And this is the style authoritative parenting follows. Now there is one more mistake parents make while disciplining their kids is name calling. They would often say in anger things like, "You're so lazy, you are such a slob, you're stupid, you are a disappointment." Now just imagine if he accepts that name as his personality, then it would become his identity for his entire life. And it would be impossible to undo that. Now let's try to understand this with a story. Once upon a time, there was a kid who was not good with studies, and even his teachers would make fun of him and would call him stupid. When his mother got to know that, she decided to homeschool her kid and made him believe that he was special and genius. This kid grew up to become a great scientist named Thomas Edison, and we all know him for his numerous inventions, including electric bulb. That is the magic of positive parenting. That's the reason it's important. You should never disrespect your kids and never do name calling. Now we have our second method of disciplining kids, which is called behavior policing or consequences. Consequences are focused on helping a child develop self-control and an internal understanding of the rules while respecting the kid. Consequences are directly related to the misbehavior. This is the disciplining style that authoritative parenting follows. In authoritative parenting, parents are always respectful towards their kids. They remember to mind their words and tone of voice. They are always respectful. The words that they speak are spoken factually, not in anger or as a punishment. For example, don't say, "If you dirty the floor, you have to clean it." Instead of that, make this as a rule for your family and show them you yourself following the same rule. They would definitely follow that because for every kid, their parents are their role models. But always remember to make this rule for the entire family, not just for kids. Now let's look at another method of correcting your child's behavior and disciplining him. In this method, we make kids practice their desired behavior. For example, your kid forgets to recap the toothpaste after use. So now if you scream and shout at your kid, nothing would happen. His behavior would never change. Now we feel that the kid is doing it deliberately. He is lazy and that's the reason he is not recapping the toothpaste. But that is not true. Now the problem is that he is in a hurry and he forgets to recap. Now similarly, there are many behaviors that have not yet become permanent in kids' brain. As an adult, we have been doing this for years and that's the reason it has been permanent in our head. But for kids, it's a new thing that they are learning. So that's the reason what we need to do is, when he is cool and calm, You can plan a 10-minute session with him in which he's opening and recapping the toothpaste. Now, kid may not want to do that and complain about it. However, if you make it a rule in your family that if somebody forgets something, he has to practice it, then your kid won't complain and follow the rule. So friends, that is all for today. In the next episode, we will talk about some important points that we need to remember while setting rules and how we can help our kids follow rules. So if you found the content helpful, do like, comment and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe because we will keep coming up with such informative videos. Thank you.